Hi, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It is Thursday, May the 4th at 8:30. I am dual streaming on my dog's channel, Chloe the Chewini, tonight because tonight's important tips have to do with poisonous plants and foods for our pets. And so I haven't been live on Chloe's channel in a while because I've been focusing mostly on this channel. And so I thought I would stream on it tonight as well. And maybe some of my subscribers from that channel will come and subscribe to this one as well. Anyway, I want to welcome Quiet Listener in tonight. Thank you very much for coming. She is a lovely lady I met recently that has her own channel called Quiet Listener. She plays the Native American flute and is a very talented person. Hi, Always Loyal, one of my bestie friends. I posted today on my community page about Always Loyal's um, Christian rap she's been writing. She is actually writing the lyrics and the music herself. I believe she has 2 or 3 songs out now, and she is working with Jordan and Pastor Hank, and they are also making Christian rap music. And that is very interesting and special, and everybody should check her out. And as soon as my Nightbot shows up, Quiet Listener and Always Loyal, if you'll type hashtag echo in the chat, it will drop your links to your channels and we can help each other grow. I'm going to give it a few minutes. I was over on Stephanie and Joe's channel playing bingo, and that just ended. And so I'm hoping a few people from there will pop over as well. I haven't seen my Nightbot pop on yet, so it may take it a minute. Hopefully it's going to respond to you. Yes, it did. Okay, great. Good. Sometimes that Nightbot takes a few minutes. Yes, I'm on Chloe's and my channel because this topic does fit right into pets as well. Whoops. I had it on my tablet so I could watch chat over there, and then I popped it off. Hi, Lisa D. Welcome. Lisa D is a friend who likes to play the word game. And she and I have been kind of, battling it out over the word game lately. And I love that. Thank you for your thumbs up. That is a free way to help the channel out. Oh, no, you're fine. Always, you're fine. We can see you. I can see you in both chats now. I don't know if they can see you on real. I don't think they can see you on real on living my best life. I think I just see you because I have both chats there together. Okay. You can be on both of them, or you can be on one or the other. It doesn't matter to me. I know you're always here to support me. That's why I love that name. I'm always loyal because you are definitely always loyal. Yes. I think everybody is mainly on living my best life. Um, but you never know. Somebody might pop on over to Chloe's channel. Anyway, again, like I said, welcome to everyone coming in. I've been trying to come up with topics that would be, relevant to everyone. And um, I love plants. I'm very passionate about my plants. And I also love animals. And I'm very passionate about my dog, Chloe. Um, she is a 10-year-old now, Chihuahua Dachshund mix. And I've had her since she was 5 weeks old. She was just a tiny little baby when I first got her. She fit in the palm of my hand. And I actually got her at 5 weeks, and she wasn't weaned yet. I had to basically teach her how to drink and eat and the whole 9 yards. So she and I bonded very well, and she is my emotional support dog, and she protects me. She doesn't let other people get too close, and she's a very good listener. And I tell her my secrets, and she licks my tears away if I cry, and she lays beside me in bed when I'm not feeling well. Funny thing about Chloe is she can sense when I don't feel well, and she will give me extra love. Your fur baby is snoring up a storm. Yes. Um, I always kind of base my opinion of people on how they treat two things: how they treat their parents and how they treat their animals. Um, you should have love and respect for your parents, and you should definitely have love and respect for your animals. Oh, wow. Quiet listener, that's quite a while, 18. The vet told me Chloe could live to be 20 or 25. I'm not sure if I, agree with that prediction or not. But like I said, she's 10 years old, 10, and she'll be 10 and a half soon. And she runs around here like she is a puppy. She loves to play with toys. She still has and kind of a like to tear up stuff. If she can get a hold of a paper wrapper or a tissue or a piece of paper towel or anything like that, she will definitely shred it and thoroughly enjoy herself doing so. So I think without further ado, we will go ahead and get started with the presentation. It's not very long. Um, of course, it is called Important Life Tips. And there's my fair use disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes only. And this is plants and foods that are toxic to our pets. And there's Miss Chloe. Always Loyal says, girl, when I got up this morning, I saw where you woke up at 3. I was like, I wish I would have been awake like other night when doing hair. I pray you get more rest tonight. Oh, Lisa D got him as a puppy, and he's 14 now. Um, I actually took a nap with on East this afternoon, and I actually feel pretty good. I don't feel like I went. I don't know why I woke up, but I'm okay from that. So the first one is the snake plant. Snake plants are very good. Yeah, I love Little Lantern too. She's a black uh, golden doodle or black doodle, I guess you'd call it. Hey, Cobalt, how are you? Welcome in. Snake plants are really good to have in your bedroom. They help with the air purification. It is also called a mother-in-law's tongue plant. There's several different varieties of snake plants, um, but if they are chewed or ingested, they are very poisonous to pets. Next one is English ivy. English ivy is a pretty durable ivy. Hi, Granny 14. Hi, I'm new to your channel. I'm 63 and I'm like you, living my best life. Okay, Granny 14, you are in the right place. Everybody, welcome Granny in. Tonight we're talking about toxic plants and foods to our fur babies. Cobalt, if you want to drop your link, just type hashtag echo and it'll drop your link. Nightbot will drop it for you. Okay, next plant. Oleander or oleander, I think it's called. Very pretty flowering plant. A lot of people do have them in their yard. Just be careful because, again, they are poisonous. Lily of the Valley. That's a very popular flower for in like bouquets and it planted out in the yard. Again, very toxic to your pets. Autumn crocus. These are very beautifully colored. These have yellow, purple, and white. Again, very toxic. Quiet Listener says, I had a mother-in-law for years, but my neighbor had cancer and loved it, so I gave it to her. Oh, that's so sweet. See, I do think people bond over plants, plants and pets. It's a very something where most people are passionate about. I used to have a black thumb and I couldn't grow and keep anything alive. And I would never let my husband give me cut flowers because I would always say, they're just going to die anyway. So I would say, give me a plant. But then I would kill the plant as well. So probably about seven and a half years ago, I had met a group of ladies on Facebook, and what they were doing is they were exchanging starts off of plants to help everybody grow their plants. So I didn't have any, and they would have these meetups where they would all exchange plant starts. And I said, well, I don't really have any plants to share, but I'd like to come meet everybody. And I went home that day probably with 10 different plants to start. And I got bit by the plant bug, and I've been growing plants ever since. This is rhododendron, also pretty flower, but deceiving because it is poisonous. And tulips. Tulips are my daughter's favorite flower. Her wedding bouquet was red tulips. Usually only get them in the spring, and possibly around Mother's Day we'll have them in our local area. But again, don't let your animals get them. They're beautiful, but they are deadly. Lisa D says, my local library is doing that plant exchange. Yes, and that's a wonderful way to get started on plants without it costing a lot of money. And that way, I don't think you feel as bad if they don't make it, because you haven't invested a lot of money. Quiet Listener said, I just bought her 2 wigs from Temu, also because she is losing her hair. Oh, that's so nice that you're so kind to your neighbor. I love that about you, Quiet Listener. I knew you were that kind of person. Okay, Miss Always Loyal, have a good Bible study. Thank you for coming. Okay, this is arrowhead plant. I don't know a whole lot about an arrowhead plant, other than that it is toxic. Next, we have the ZZ plant. My ex-wife, who is my grandbaby's Nana, She has this ZZ plant, and the next time I go visit her this summer, I'm bringing me home a start of that because I really like it. Bird of Paradise, one of the most beautiful flowers, but it is toxic, very much so. Asparagus fern, and no, it doesn't grow actual asparagus. It does, however, grow little tiny berries, and it has um, almost like a thorn or a sticker on the leaves. So whenever you do anything with asparagus fern, you should always wear gloves because they will almost like a splinter get into your skin. And you don't plant them by getting a start or by planting the root. They actually have little berries, and you take those berries and you dry them and you plant the berries to grow more plants. Quiet lister, I'm not sure. Could very well be. Next one is a jade plant. I have a jade plant. They're very easy to propagate. If the leaves fall off, you can actually just let them kind of um, callus over on the end and then poke them down into the dirt and they'll grow a whole new plant. It's a very resilient plant. Um, but again, the leaves do fall off, and so a pet could get a hold of one very easily. Aloe vera. Now, this one was shocking to me that it's actually toxic because people have been drinking the aloe vera juice for a long time. And we use it, topically on our bodies for cuts and burns and things like that. But actually, if a dog or a cat was to consume enough of it could really make a problem and be, considered toxic. Most all of the food and plants that are going to be considered toxic is because it changes the pet's digestive system, which will lead to dehydration, diarrhea, and all of those things then puts them at a weakened state. This is a monstera plant. They are beautiful, huge, large. They grow very large plants. Um, most people who have a monstera, they're very proud of their monstera. It's almost like the centerpiece of their plant collection, but they are toxic. Then we have the Schefferilla or umbrella plant. I have this plant, uh, and I actually was given one of the starts from that group quite some many years ago, and it was one little stem. Mine's quite large now, and I recently cut it back, and I have some rooting up in water right now that I'll be planting um, soon, very soon. Next is called devil's ivy or pothos. This, they call it devil's ivy because this plant you hardly can kill. It'll grow pretty much in any um, climate, any situation. This one has variegated leaves. There's all kinds of different colors, um, not textures, but different leaf patterns. Um, and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows like an ivy as far as it's like a vining plant. But it is also toxic. Well, thank you, Granny 14. If you have a channel and you would like to drop your link, just type hashtag echo and the Nightbot will drop it. Well, quiet listeners, sometimes we all can kill something very easily that they say, oh, this is the hardiest plant. It's hard to kill, and then I would kill it too. So next is a peace lily. I have a very nice peace lily that I bought for $4.99. Many, many years ago. It was in a little 4-inch pot. Hi, Roxanne. Roxanne's on vacation right now, visiting family. I miss her. She would be up here with me tonight if she was home. Anyway, my peace lily is about the same size as this one. And I always think of, okay, Granny, no problem. I'll drop it for you. But whenever they, have to give a plant for a funeral, a peace lily is always a nice option. And so a lot of times, you see a nice big peace lily with lots of white flowers on them. And I'll tell you something I did not know about the flowers. I thought, I thought that it just, automatically would bloom more flowers. Well, actually, only the mature plants will grow flowers. And the ones that you buy in the flower shops are basically raised in a hothouse, and they are forced to mature and do the flowering, because you hardly ever buy one that doesn't have sunflowers on it. But I didn't understand why, after I had mine for a little while, why I couldn't get it to grow any flowers. And that was what I found out. So now I know. And I also know that I have gotten mine to flower again once it did mature. So it's always good to do a little research when you have new plants and things that you don't know much about, because you never you want to know. Quiet listener says, I also killed a bamboo plant. Oh my goodness. Well, Granny 14, you came to the right place. My friend Norma and I started a channel almost a year ago, and we have had to learn how to navigate StreamYards, a program we make our videos and graphics with called Canva, also just YouTube in general. And so we are always willing to help. And if there's ever any questions that you have or anything like that, I'm actually thinking about putting together a class on the Canva program, because a lot of people have it, but they don't know how to use it to their full advantage. And I can always help you with StreamYards and YouTube as well. And I'll be more than happy to help you get your channel going. Next one, mistletoe, which, I saw Mama kissing Santa Claus under the mistletoe. Yeah, it's poisonous. I didn't know that either. See, a lot of the things I'll bring to my channel are things that surprised me, that I, was like, what? I've lived 60 years and I didn't know these things. And so I figure if I don't know them, there may be other people that it would be interesting to find out about. So this is Chinese evergreen. Doesn't look anything like what we would consider an evergreen, but they are pretty little plants and they are very toxic. Right? I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but its common name is corn plant. The leaves do look a lot like how we grow sweet corn down here in the South, and It's something you might have outside or might be as a potted plant, but it is toxic if you let your animals get around it. Granny 14 said, "Oh, thank you. That would be wonderful. People have asked me to stream, but I was kind of afraid to. I need to learn StreamYard and that Canva." Yes, we'll help you. Oh, wow. You had a corn plant that got over 6 feet tall. Yeah. They're very hardy and they do grow pretty fast. But again, toxic. Philodendron. Now this one gets confused a lot of times with the pothos because it has the heart-shaped leaves, but they are a totally different plant, and they come in many varieties. It's also very collectible, the different varieties. Sago palm. I have a sago palm that I purchased from a lady actually outside of my local grocery store. Her husband had cancer and she was trying to raise money for gas to get him back and forth to his treatments. And so she had several plants she was selling. And at the time, I really didn't have very much money, but I felt like it was a good cause. And so I gave her what money I had that day, which was about $15 for the sago palm. And it proudly is on my patio. And I have to walk past it coming in and out that door. And so I think about her and her husband every time I look at that plant. And I pray that they're doing well. This one called Flaming Katie. I got this as a start from that plant group. And for years, it stayed very small, didn't really flower. And then last summer, it went crazy like wildflower, just like crazy. And I have cut it back and I have 2 new plants growing now. And they're all blooming. So it's doing very well. But again, poisonous. This is the pet poison helpline number and the ASPCA animal poison control phone number. If you have pets and if you fear that they might get into something, take a minute and write these numbers down. I'm going to leave them on the screen for a few minutes. And then we're going to get into talking about the poisonous food. My Nightbot just pulled up about the 1-year celebration for Real Life Happens channel. That's the channel I started with my friend Norma Kay. You might know her as Norma Kay. Anyway, we're having our 1-year celebration of being on YouTube on May the 13th. It's a Saturday night. It'll be at 7 o'clock. And we will stream it on both channels. We're having a huge party, and we are doing a giveaway every 15 minutes. So if you're available on May the 13th, we would love to have you come and join us. And I will drop her link so that you can sub up to her channel or our channel. Since I started my own channel, I kind of call that her channel and this my channel. But it definitely was a channel that we started together. And I can drop Chloe's link. And that is my doggy's channel. There we go. Okay. So we will go on and talk about the poisonous food. Isn't that cute little puppy? Alcohol, beer, wine, hard liquor, very poisonous to pets. Avocados, which again we think of as a healthy fat, but their digestive system isn't made to tolerate it. The caffeine, coffee, and coffee beans, and chocolate, all of those for the same reason, the caffeine. They shouldn't have fat trimmings, which again messes with their digestive system. And for obvious reasons, they shouldn't have chicken or fish bones because they can become lodged in their throat and cause them a lot of problems. They should not have garlic or onions. And I must say, I am guilty of that. Chloe loves spaghetti. And I make my spaghetti with garlic and onions. And for years, especially when I first got divorced and I was basically on my own, and I still would make a big old pot of spaghetti. And so Chloe, I would let Chloe eat some with me. And then I found out that the garlic and the onions weren't good for her. So I don't do that anymore. But I did. I was guilty of that. Gum, junk food, same thing. The sugar content, and just that they're not made to digest those kind of things. Grapes and raisins, macadamia nuts, milk, mushrooms, pits and seeds from fruit. And this one kind of surprised me, potato skins and raw potatoes. So I guess they can have cooked potatoes. I'm thinking maybe the raw potato, because it's hard, it would be more of a choking hazard. They should not have a large amount of salty foods, tea, or walnuts as well. And they shouldn't have yeast or raw dough or molding foods. And they shouldn't have sugar substitutes, especially the xylitol, because it is very hard on the digestive system. And what happens is it causes their blood sugar to plummet because it makes your body produce more insulin, give off more insulin. And in a dog, it doesn't take very long for their blood sugar to just bottom out. So you want to keep that away from them as well. So that's all I have on the plants and foods that are toxic to our animals. I hope that your animals are all healthy and remain healthy. Nothing worse than having a sick pet. I don't know why I'm feeling like my camera's making me blurry tonight. Is that okay? Oh, maybe because I don't have my other light on there. There, maybe that's better. Still kind of a glare on my glasses. Okay. Well, you're welcome, Lisa D. Thank you for coming. I like to share information, and I know a lot of creators just come on and just talk and tell you what's going on in their lives, maybe, or whatever, and they don't really have a program or a presentation to do. I'm not like that. I like to share information. And sometimes it's serious information, sometimes it's funny information, and sometimes it's just, something like these tips that, I really think everybody needs to know about. I do like to have fun though. And tomorrow night, Friday, May the 5th, it's Cinco de Mayo. And I will be celebrating Cinco de Mayo with a game night. I've been working today on making the slides for Cinco de Mayo trivia. And if that doesn't go well, we will play the word game or we will find something to get into. But I hope you all will join me tomorrow for that. live, and also I'll go live Saturday night. I do my own version of Weekend Update, kind of like from Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. I do talk seriously about some things in the news. I don't really care for the news because it's usually bad news or sad news. But I like baseball. I support the Atlanta Braves. So I normally will have, some little piece of some news about sports. I also like to talk about famous people. And if there's a famous person in the news, uh, for some reason, I like to discuss that. And then I do watch the nightly news with Lester Holt. I usually watch on Saturday. I'll watch what was on Friday night. And if there's any good human interest stories from that or anything like that, I like to talk about those. So that's what I do on Saturday night. Sunday at 4 o'clock, we have the bingo. We've been having it on my channel the last couple of weeks, but we will be back over on Norma's channel on Real Life Happens after this Sunday. Then on Mondays and Fridays, I play the word game at 7:30 in the morning for a couple of hours. I do have my granddaughter on those mornings, and so it's muted and I'm not on camera, but I am in the chat, and I love playing that game. And so I will be there playing as much of the game as I can. And then that brings us to Tuesday evening at 8:30, and that's a segment I do called Did You Know? And that could be anything. Mostly something interesting that I found interesting that I learned that week, and also always a lot of life hacks. I love life hacks. So I share information about retirement, saving for retirement. Um, I am going to get into more about the actual like Social Security. I have a friend who's getting ready in the next couple of years to retire, and there's a lot to know about how Social Security is working right now, as far as how old you are when you retire. They keep changing that age. Also, hey, Miss Edith, how are you doing? Um, they also, I didn't know, they look at the past 5 years or the past 3 out of the past 5 years that you worked. And that's how they just determine, hey, Miss Norma, there's my buddy Norma. And that determines how much your Social Security check's going to be. And I didn't know that. I thought, you pay in for all those years and then they somehow average that out and that's what they give you, but it's not. So I'm going to be doing some work on how that all works, and what you really need to know about retiring. Now, I'm already on Social Security disability because I had an injury and I was unable to return to work. And because I've been on it long enough, I also get the Medicare. So one day I can tell you all about how that Medicare works and how the Medicare, what they call it, a Medicare Advantage plan means, because I have some knowledge of that. Oh, and like I said, all about StreamYards, YouTube, Canva, all of that. We've navigated ourselves through it. We've had to learn trial and error. But, I learned something new every day, especially on between the StreamYards and the YouTube. And that's good. You need to be learning, constantly learning. And like I said, we'll do some lives about some of that stuff. I do apologize for yawning, y'all. Like always said, I was up at 3:30 this morning. I normally get up at 5 o'clock to go and get my granddaughter. But for some reason last night, I went to bed about 11:30, and by 3:30 in the morning, I was wide awake. And so I said, well, let me go live on my phone because I had never gone live from my phone. Back when Norma and I started, we tried one time to go live just straight with YouTube on the phone, and it was a total disaster. And so I had never tried since then. And people all the time say, oh, well, you can come up on your phone. And I was like, how do they do that? So I said, well, let me go live on my phone. Yes, Miss Edith was with me the whole time I was on, and she talked to me, and Black Widow stopped by. We had a couple of trolls come in, had a few not so nice things to say about me, but we took it all in good fun and moved right along. And, you got to take that with the you had to take the good with the good and the bad together. And that was one thing Norman and I did talk about before we started Real Life Happens, was that, we know we're old. I know I'm overweight. Um, there's not a whole lot somebody's going to say about us that we don't already know. And we have the ability to laugh at ourselves. The name of the channel Real Life Happens came about because every time we would try to do something, um, real life would happen to us, and we would have technical difficulties and all kinds of problems. And so, we would always say, well, that's real life. It's, we're coming to you live, and that's real life. And then we had called it Life Happens Coffee Shop. And I said, that just doesn't encompass everything we're dealing with here. And so I made the executive decision to change it to Real Life Happens. And that's been that channel's name since then. And it is a good channel about Real Life Happens. We share our pets on there. We share our kids, our grandkids. We share, Norma does crafts. There's a lot of good plant um, lives on there that I did. There's trivia on there. Um, I did some women's health issue lives. There's just a lot of good information there. I'm trying to work some of it back in on this channel, but I haven't done a whole lot of it yet. Yes, Miss Edith did tell me that last night, that I have a nice, calm, relaxing kind of voice. So, hey, maybe I'll get into making meditation tapes or something. That, they have now where you can make a podcast from YouTube, and that would be kind of interesting. Maybe I'm better at doing a podcast than actually being live in person. I don't know. I'm just having fun. And as long as it's fun and gives me something to do and keeps my mind active, then I'm all for it. I know. I could try it. I don't know. I do like to talk, that's for sure. But anyway, anybody have anything they want to share? Anybody want to come up on the panel? Um, Everyone is welcome. I'm glad to see as many people in here tonight. I changed the time because of the bingos that go on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I had it scheduled at 7, and that was just, running into the bingo. Yes, you can, quiet listener. Let me drop a link. And so I backed it up a little bit to where, people could go to the bingo if they wanted to and then come over. Yes, Roxanne. Whoops. There we go. Um, but like I've always said, I would do and let me pin it to the top. This is the wrong one. Hold on a second. But like I always say, I would do my live whether I was the only person in here. Just because I have fun and I enjoy doing it. Okay, let me pin that link. All right, here we go. Miss Beautiful Victoria coming up. Hi,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
After watching a 5-year-old, I'm kind of tired now.
Oh, I
So,
know. Tell me about it. My granddaughter literally drains me. I
yeah,
think she thinks I'm like a jungle gym or something. She spends most of her time climbing all over me,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
can't seem to get
yeah,
her
I
to
can relate.
understand,
By the
not to
time
do
he
that.
leaves, it's like, I
I know. And my daughter,
love
bless
him.
her heart, she works. She works as a school teacher, and she's like, I'm at school all day dealing with other people's kids, and then by the time she gets done at work, then it's time for her to take her own baby, and she's like, I don't never get a break, and I'm like, I feel for you, I understand, but I've had her all day, and I'm tired too. And so here is
Okay,
Miss
tell me.
Roxanne
Hi,
coming to
Roxy.
you
Hi.
from
Hi.
somewhere in Florida.
Yeah.
Hopefully her connection will be good enough she can get up here. She took a plane ride this morning.
Yeah. And they gave
Yeah,
me the worst seat in the
she's having
house.
trouble.
All I saw was a engine.
I guess
Sorry,
you're
bye.
up. I guess you're up on there, but on my laptop, I don't see you yet. I see a black screen, but I see on where I'm watching on the other channel. I see you're up there. There you are. Okay, good. So tell us all about the plane ride.
The worst seat in the house.
Well, the video that you sent me, I thought it looked like you were like literally on the wing, so you didn't have a view but the
I didn't
wing.
I didn't have a view. You could see just a little bit of the sky and the big old flap of the wing and the
Yeah,
engine.
and I thought surely that's not the flap of the wing that she's trying to show me, but it
Yeah, that's
definitely
all I
was.
could see.
Yes. Miss Edith, this is Roxanne. She goes by Roxanne59. She also has a channel, and she also does Minecraft gaming, and she has a little dog named Candy, and we have become friends. And we're planning a trip to St. Augustine. Whoa! Well, I shouldn't say planning, it's planned. We've made our reservations, so we are going.
Yeah, we're going. So if you want to come along, we'll be in St.
Yeah,
Augustine.
anybody in the St. Augustine, Florida area, we're going in July. We would love to meet up. We already have one YouTuber that's why we picked St. Augustine because she lives there. That we're going to go and meet Yaya's Best Life. So that will be fun to meet her in person. You can play, Miss Victoria, whenever you get ready.
I didn't want to interrupt because,
Oh no, you're fine.
all right, I'm playing the Cherokee flute tonight because it's so
Oh, okay.
got it
All right.
going.
Cool.
Oh, I love Cherokee.
Hold on. Sorry about that.
beautiful. They were just commenting in the chat. I was trying to tell them that it's Native American that you do, and it's very peaceful and calming. But for some reason, there we go. Peaceful. My thing wasn't working right.
Thank you.
There we go.
I like to play for people.
Well,
I
it's
love it.
beautiful. I love it.
Well, I'll
Oh,
play anytime you want me to. So
for some reason, it's telling me that I guess my internet wasn't connected for that post or that last comment I just typed. There. Okay. Yes, I will drop her link again. Just 1 second.
I'll put the pop out chat so I could actually see the chat. I mean, I could see the StreamYard chat, but I like looking at the YouTube side. So I do the pop out and pull it over to the side. That way I can watch.
There. Okay. You know, I don't understand why we can't, that somebody doesn't make it possible where you could just, make somewhere in here all the links of the people that you would want to drop. And then as they came in, you could just hit a button and it would drop their link. I don't understand why we have to go to the channel, copy the link, Sometimes it makes it silly.
Yes, it does.
But that's why I like having the Nightbot be able to do it, too. Now let's see, did it drop? Hey, Kristen R. Oh, you know what? I dropped it in Chloe's channel. Hold on. You don't want to go to Chloe's channel to get it? Let me do it. Let me come over here, back over to my channel. There we go. Kristen, my buddy. Come on now, don't be playing with me.
I hope y'all can hear me because I'm having trouble.
Oh yeah, we hear you fine. There we go. Now I got it coming to you.
They don't have the best internet, and there's a spirit in my computer tonight. It keeps typing something.
Oh no.
It was typing and I wasn't typing. So I don't know if it's a spirit or what.
I put up a new screen.
I know. I was like, oh, she has a wolf.
That's what I want to learn how to do is put backgrounds.
Yeah, this is it is a free app. The best suggestion I can tell you is Get to Know Devil Dog is the name of the channel. He's the gentleman that actually helped me to set up the OBS. He had me download what is it called? It is called Team Viewer, and then that way he had control and he could just download it for me and walk me through how to add videos and stuff to it. So
well, I have OBS, but I didn't know you
could do OBS.
Okay, then you need probably you need what is
like
it? The app, the free app that you can download the videos from.
That works with OBS. I'll have to see. Okay.
Okay, give me just a second here. I'm trying to put another wolf one, a better one, and then I will go over and tell you the app that I get my pictures from here.
Because sometimes that would be better than seeing the background of your house.
Yes, and YouTube only has a couple, or StreamYard only has a couple, and it's weird because it like cuts you out. It puts the background behind you, but then it makes it like you're if you move or anything, it's weird behind you and stuff. I didn't like it.
Well, if you don't set up the your camera view in it, like if you look right over here, you can kind of see a little bit of
Yeah, but it's
disfiguration.
really bad on StreamYards on that.
Yeah, you got to have a really good lighting to do it, and you got to uh, be able to adjust it, so that um, it works for you. I'm trying, for some reason, I can't move my picture here. I'm trying to move it over and it doesn't want to let me. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I want to move it over so y'all see the wolf. All right, there we go. Now the wolf's showing. So let me go. I got to open a new tab and I will tell you exactly the app you want to go to. It's called, well, let's see if I can share it with you here. And then you'll see exactly the app. Share screen. There it is. Okay, here is the app. It's in your basement down there. Echo.
In my back chat, you mean?
It's down in the basement. You bring it up just the same way you would
Oh,
bring up your Rebecca.
In
Roxanne.
Washington, it is only
Echo
required.
It's down here where you bring us up. You just
Yeah,
got
Oh,
to
in the
hit it.
back chat.
well, that must be crazy because I certainly don't see what you're talking about.
You
Oh,
look at
now it's
yeah,
there. It
yeah.
wasn't there a minute ago. It took it a
Okay.
minute to get up.
Anyway, so let me go up here. So it's called let me see. Will it come in? Not gonna. Let's see.
Now it should.
Pixabay. It's called Pixabay. Now, when you go into it, like, let me pick one here. Oh no, let me see. When you go into certain ones, let me see. I gotta find videos. Let's say I go to Forest just for now. These two cost money. So what you got to do is when you want to find the free ones, all of these down here are free. And then if you keep scrolling, down at the very bottom is paid ones again. But see, this is just the Forest, and they go on and on. So here's the next page. See again at the top, these are the paid ones that you have to pay for. But
Victoria,
if you just go,
hold on a second. I'm trying to share the screen so we can all see it, and my
okay,
computer's being stupid. So give me just a second. Okay.
oh, it went away. Okay, so these top
It's just
ones here cost money. It says limited deal, 20% off with. So you don't want to go into those ones because those ones will cost you money. But like these ones down here, I'm gonna tap on this one for instance. Then you tap on it and you go over here and it says free download. You just I'm gonna download it. You download it and then see down here at the bottom, it will download, and then you go here and it says show in folder. So now I'm in my folders and here's the picture I just downloaded. I'm going to move it over into my pictures. So now it is, if I go to my pictures, let's see, if I go to my picture file, now here's all of the ones that I downloaded. And right here's the one that you just saw me download. So it's that easy to do. If you've got the OBS, you can easily get these pictures. And like I said, you have a lot of choices. See, I can scroll and scroll and scroll. And, but there are certain things like, I would like to find,
There we go. Well, I'm sorry. It's still not up on mine, but I see it.
but
Wow.
if you,
A lot of pretty pictures,
yeah.
huh?
Right, and they're all moving pictures. Like, you know, here's the waterfall and stream, and you can hit waterfall if you're interested in waterfalls or
Oh, I
rivers.
love it.
Over here, you can go to trees or woods. See, if I go to woods, you want to go past these two top ones because those cost money, and then you go below it, and here's all the choices you've got again. Now, each time down here at the bottom, if you want to change what you're looking for, say you want to look for mountains or you want to look sky, hills, so on and so forth, it gives you options. So you can go and you can find pictures of Scotland, you know, birch, autumn, trees. So it goes, it really does go on and on. Here's one of them that's in my file right here that I've already got downloaded, and it's just like you're walking through the woods. But
Yeah.
they all are moving pictures. So here's, you know, they all move. And
Yeah.
when you're setting it up in your OBS, you can, you know, you can set it up to loop so that it'll continue. And you want to hit that loop because if you don't loop, it's going to just go black. And then you're going to have to go back into your OBS, set up a new one, you know. So you pick, let me open my OBS so I can show you what I'm talking about. And I'll share it
I was
with you.
just going to say, do you stream from OBS or from StreamYard?
I'm streaming from StreamYard, but I'm using my OBS, my camera, and everything.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Okay, I think this is it.
We're
Share.
gonna have
Yeah.
to figure that out.
So here,
I can't
if
do
you'll-
anything right now.
if you'll go in the basement, I can explain OBS to people, and this app is also free. So I put it down there in your, again, in your basement. Uh-oh, she knocked herself off. Come back. Echo.
Echo.
Echo, 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 echo. Where'd you go?
But I can't download. It won't let me. So I don't know if it's my side, her side, or my daughter's house. You know.
Well, I hope she'll be able to get back on here.
Oh, she will. She'll come in.
She knocked herself off.
She'll come back. But I've been seeing that on other people's, and I didn't know how they did it. There is something you can get a green screen.
Right.
And
you gotta have a green screen to do it.
See, I don't either. Now, somebody went and got green material at the, and you know, hung it up.
It don't come in as clear and crisp. It might work kind of, but I tried to do that with a green sheet, and it did not work out for me. So it's not that expensive to buy a green screen. I have a green screen and the stand. Here she comes. Maybe she's buffering.
Yeah.
But you know, you can find them pretty cheap if you go to apps like eBay, Wish, or even, hello, there you are.
I'm telling you, I'm having so much trouble with my computer. I don't know what its problem is. And yes, Norma says Echo does that all the time.
I still got it down there if you want me to explain it to people.
Okay, let me see if I can get it up there this time. Gosh, I hate when that happens.
Okay, so here's OBS. Let me go over to it. I can't see the screen right now because I'm going to explain OBS.
Okay.
Now, this is where you want to put your pictures. Let me see. That little share screen is in my way. Okay, you go to the source here, and right here is a little X. If you hit the X, and then you go to media source, right here, you hit that, and then you got to hit create new, and then you give your video that you're going to bring up a name. I'm going to put deer because I'm going to bring up a deer one real quick for you. Okay, so after you type that in, you hit OK. Now, right here is where you hit loop, and you can loop it. Now, you can speed this up or slow it down. Normally, I'll leave it at the speed they got, but sometimes I will slow it down if it's like a transition one going from night to day kind of a video. But since I'm just doing the deer, I'm going to leave the speed where it's at. And then you go over here and you hit browse. Now, when I hit the browse, it brings up my folder. And I can go here and look at the folders. And since I'm doing deer, I'll hit this one. And then you hit that. And so that file is now implanted in there. And you hit OK. Now, here's my deer. So you're going to have this orange bar, and you've got to downsize that orange bar to where it's correct. You don't have all of that stuff around it. You want it to be perfect right there. So, and then you go over here in your source area, and here's the deer video. You hit the lock, so it's locked into place. And you take it, you grab it, and you drag it down. Now here I am. So, until you do that, you're not going to see you. You have to drag it down. You always want to have your camera at the very top so that you'll be able to see the background. And so let me get rid of the wolves. Now here's the deer that I just shared with you guys.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to do, and it's OBS. Here's the information at the top of the screen. YouTube. It's HTTP YouTube, and then here's a code. Now, I think that, if somebody is interested in this free version, let me know. Or you could, if you're on Facebook friend me, because I like to communicate through the messenger. So if you Facebook message me, friend me in Facebook, and then I can send you this link. I can go here and send you this link here at the top, and then that way you can download the free version of OBS yourself.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I hope that helped, and I'm going to stop sharing now. So,
yeah, when I get back home, I can do that because I can't do it here.
right. But I don't know the actual name of the app. So, but I do have that link up there that I can. We lost Roxanne.
Okay, wait, she's still here.
She put you in the basement.
I put you in the basement. I'm sorry.
I thought it was a back door.
It's backstage. But yeah, there you are. But see, that makes your channel, to me, it makes your channel unique because you're the first person I've seen that's had the different backgrounds like that.
Yeah. And on my old channel, I seen somebody else that had it. And I was like, how are they doing that? And so I started actually asking questions. And
right.
people would try to explain it. I'm like, too much info, too much info. Cannot compute. You know, I need somebody to actually walk me through it and help me do it.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's why I was saying, if you guys don't have this gentleman named Devil Dog,
Devil
um,
dog. Okay,
I've
I wrote
heard of
it
Devil
down.
Dog, but I don't have him.
Yeah,
he
I
is
wrote
an
it down.
awesome guy. And if you tell him, hey, I'm having problems, or, could you help me? He usually will. He's out. He's a good guy. He likes to help people.
Okay.
Okay.
And just tell him I told you about him. So, yeah, he could use friends too. He's still trying to build and grow too, even though he's doing pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's Devil Dog, and it's all together. So don't separate the two words; they're
Oh,
together.
okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
And his name is Eddie, and his wife's name is Jamie, and her channel is Devil Dog's Keeper.
That's
And
cute.
she's the one that made my stickers for my new channel for me. So if
Okay.
you guys, I don't know that I've said this to you, Rebecca, Roxanne, or Echo. If you want one of my stickers for my new channel, then
Okay.
this is my new channel sticker.
Oh,
Just
cool.
email me, email me. It's on my about page, and I'll send you one. This is my old channel. Okay, it was Victoria May Life Unfiltered, and this was my sticker for it because that was my dream.
Yeah.
To own. It's called an Egypt mobility scooter, and that's a bicycle camper behind it that you
Oh,
pull with
wow.
a bicycle. And that was my dream. And I'll explain real quick if it's okay. How I
Mhm.
lost my channel was when I first started my channel. Well, not first. I had been doing it for a long time, and then I wasn't growing. So I wanted to add interest even then to that channel. And I went to a channel called TikTok Countdown Timers. And in the chat, I asked the gentleman, I said, can I use your timers as a lead in to my lives? Because, I really like your timers. And he said, sure, thank you for asking. So I started using the guy's timers for years in my lives. He never, after about a year of using it, he never got a hold of me and said, I don't want you to use them anymore. Could you please take them down? He didn't give me any options. Okay. Me and my husband were sick for a couple weeks with, the sea. And when I came back, I got on the computer and I realized I only had one day to deal with the situation. The guy I went to my email and I saw I had 9 strikes on my channel. From this guy gave me 9 strikes on the timers that I had used so I went to his channel, I highlighted where I asked him the question, and he said sure, and I sent that to YouTube. Their response was he has the right to change his mind, and you can always go to court and fight it. You can hire a lawyer and go to court and fight it. I'm on disability. I can't afford a. So
Exactly.
I tried to deal with it, and I tried to download as many as I could of my old channel. And the next morning I thought, okay, they had sent like this class type thing that you had to go through, and it was late at that time. So I thought, okay, well, I'll finish it tomorrow. And I closed everything down. I came back the next day and I was blocked from YouTube. I couldn't even chat. I couldn't like on nobody's video, nothing. And Google, it was both Google and YouTube both blocked my old channel so that I couldn't do anything. So I had to reinvent all over again. And I was at 1,048 friends at that time, and I was only 200 hours from being monetized when that happened to me. So now I'm redoing it. My old channel used to be karaoke and just a peaceful hangout, and this time it's just about my flute playing, my storytelling, and again a peaceful hangout.
Right, and you need to do karaoke.
I used to do karaoke on the old channel. I
Yeah.
don't on my new channel because I kept getting copyright claims, and it was a real hassle because I was being told I had to clip out people that had come up on my panel and sang. I guess they sang too good. And so, it was a lot of hassle doing the karaoke. Some people, and I was trying to be monetized. So all of those hours meant something to me at the
Mhm.
time to try to
Right.
get monetized. And you don't get monetized on the ones that they put claims. You
Right.
don't you don't get the hours, you don't get nothing from those. So
Yeah.
it wasn't worth it to me this time. I decided it's not worth it. The videos I put out because I need those hours. I need to build my channel, and I really want it to be solely me, you know. And so I'm really careful what I use. I will only use what, like the backgrounds. I could go to YouTube and try to find, what is it called? There's videos in there that's called, that are free use, fair use.
Uh-huh. Hmm.
There's a name for it,
Hmm.
but it's not always true. Those people, there are people that are so cruel that they'll put that stuff on there, and then they'll say fair use and no copyright claims, no this and that on there. Then you go to use them and you get copyright claims.
Yeah.
I had used one prior here in this channel, and I went on somebody's live and they got a copyright claim. And it was supposed to be fair use, and no claims on it and all of that. But
Right.
yet, had it going behind me, went up on the person's panel, they got a claim. So you can't always trust what's said when you're searching through the YouTube. But the way you do that is you have to have a download program, which I do. Um, it's called ATube Catcher, and you can download videos into the ATube Catcher. They go also into your files, and then you can use it the same way. But it's a risk because, like I said, not everybody in YouTube tells the truth,
Right.
and sometimes they're just out to
Exactly.
cause trouble.
Yeah.
And so when they like I said, I'm telling you from experience, I have used videos in that way that had said there was no claims and it was fair use, and then there was. So yeah.
Yeah. That's the one thing. My computer is still acting crazy on these comments. Um, that's the thing that I had to learn real quick about YouTube, because the kind of person that I am, if I tell you something, my word means something to me. And if I tell you I'm going to do something, then I'm going to do it, unless,
Yeah.
a natural disaster stops me. And I will communicate with you that, there's a reason why I can't do it. But I
I
would
understand that.
never tell somebody something that, just to, I don't even understand why these people lie half the time. They lie about stupid stuff that doesn't make any
That's
sense.
fun to them. I don't know. I don't either, but to them, that's fun. That's
Yeah,
what they enjoy. And
I don't really understand
I don't either.
But I
I
guess
remember when a shake of the hand was good,
Right.
and if I am the same way, Echo. If somebody tells me something, I expect them to do what they tell me, you know, and I am let down a lot anymore because I've had people tell me things and then I'm sitting there waiting for this thing to happen and nothing happened. And when you do that to me, then I ain't gonna believe you the next time you tell me something.
Well,
Just
and this is the thing when they tell and it's not even so much that they lie in the first place, but they tell you something and you take that to be the truth. And
mhm,
then later on they forget that that's what they told you.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Conveniently, they conveniently forget, oh, I don't remember that, or I don't know what you're talking about, or what. And then they try to make you out to be like you're telling a story on them.
right,
And I guess that's why Norma and we clicked so fast, because we both saw other people in the group that we were within. We saw other people doing these things to each other, and we were like, that's not what we're looking for at all. And so we
yeah,
became friends within that group. And so then she wanted to start the channel. She wanted to do a craft channel. Excuse me. And she said, I really want to do my own channel, but I don't know anything about YouTube. I don't know anything about, how to go about doing it or anything. And I said, well,
mhm,
Norma, I don't know either, because we both had started watching YouTube because of some true crime cases we were interested in, but we knew nothing about how YouTube worked or anything. And I said, I don't know anything about it either, but, you know,
yeah,
but that we could figure it out together. I would be more than happy to help her any way I could, and I would research and do whatever we needed to do. And so we started out, but it was like, I don't think she believed me 100% until we started actually doing stuff. Because it's like it's easy to talk about doing something, but to actually do it. And I
yeah,
think I go more on your actions. If a person tells me they're going to do something and they do it, I tend to believe that person more than just somebody who talks a
right.
lot but doesn't follow through.
Yeah, see that, and like I said, I'm exactly the same way. It's like when I did my birthday live, a lot of people was like, "I'm gonna send you this and I'm gonna send you that," da, 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 da. And I'm sitting here going, "That's awesome," but in the back, because of people not really doing what they've said to me for me so much in the
Right.
back of my mind, I tell myself I'm not gonna believe it until I see it
Hmm.
because
That's
Exactly.
true.
and you know
Yeah.
what? It's a good thing that I'm that way because I did not get the things that these people said. Oh, I'm gonna send you this and that for your birthday. They never sent it, So
Yeah.
Right.
I just become to where no, I don't expect anybody to do anything for me. I've always done
They
for
say
myself.
if you don't have an expectation, you can't be disappointed.
Exactly.
You
And
know.
I've left myself, that was a lesson that I've learned growing up,
Right.
is too many letdowns and now I'm an older lady and it's like I've learned my lesson. It's I don't expect anything from anybody. If I want something, I'll get it for myself, because people can tell you anything. And it's like I told you, I tried to get my friend, a few of my friends actually encouraged me to go on GoFundMe because I've got degenerative arthritis and I
Hmm.
can't walk very far on, and some days I can't walk at all. I have to use my crutches
Hmm.
to, walk. I have to roll out of my bed, get down on my knees on the floor, and then use my bed to pick myself up.
Mhm.
And so I don't drive. I've never had a driver's license in my life. I have drove a little bit in parking lots, but I have a serious panic anxiety issue with getting behind a wheel. So I've always wanted one of those enclosed mobility scooters like what you saw on the sticker.
Mhm.
And so some friends of mine said, why don't you try GoFundMe? I put a GoFundMe up there and I left it up there for a little more than a year. And you know, not one person offered to help. Not one. So I took it down after over a year of it being up there. I took it down and I thought, okay, well, for one, it wasn't meant to be. And for two, if I can't get it myself, then I guess I just don't have it. And I don't mean to be sounding like a negative Nelly, but you know, the world has gotten a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to be a lot worse if you're biblical at all.
Oh yeah.
Read Revelations. This is
Yes,
this is
it's definitely headed um
it says it's going to be like
day by
childbirth.
day it's getting
It,
worse
it's
and worse, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be like labor pains. We are in the
Mm,
beginnings of those labor pains, those few little aches
mm,
and pains from the labor. Well, by the end of that labor, by the end of it, by Revelation standards, we can't grasp in our minds how bad it's actually going to get.
yeah.
And people, you know, they put these movies out about the rapture, which has
Mhm.
led people to believe that people are going to just up and disappear. And I've had people go, well, what about one man, two men are in a field and one man disappears? That part of the Bible. I don't know it quote for quote. I do know the Bible, but I don't know it word for word in chapter.
Mhm.
So the thing is, Jesus said he's going to gather up his people and those in the grave when he comes. The people from the graves and his people will raise up and go into the heavens with him. That's the rapture. That's the truth about the rapture. But there are going to be some left behind that even are God's people. You know, maybe God needs to know. This is just my opinion. Maybe God needs to know those people truly are loyal. So maybe those people have to prove to God that they are willing to continue following Him, that they're not going to cave in and give in to the other side. So He might leave some people to be tested, in my opinion. And if I'm tested, so be it. If I am here when it really gets bad, guess what? I'm staying loyal. I've made it through a lot of bad things. Yes, I know. I'm not even grasping how bad it's going to be, but I'm sure God will stick with me when He sees that I'm really trying to stick with Him. And
Right.
when I'm calling out to Him, going, Lord, help me, because believe me, I will be.
Right. And that's one of the things I had to teach my daughter when she was, you know, just a little girl, that not everybody thinks the way we think. Not everybody has been raised with the background and the knowledge that we have. And sometimes people will do things that hurt you or hurt your feelings, but you can't take it personal and you can't get upset with them because they just don't know any better sometimes, you know. And
Yeah.
so she's like, but then why, you know, why do you give people so many chances, you know, to hurt you like that? And it's like, because that's what how I've been raised to do, you know.
Well, for
Just
one, Jesus says if somebody hits you, turn your
turn the
other
other
cheek.
cheek. Exactly. You know,
And
it's not for us to take out
oh,
punishment on the other person or feel like there's something we should do to them or whatever, they're going to have to answer to God about it.
Right.
Not me.
We're
You know,
not supposed to judge.
right.
And that's
Exactly.
judgment when you do that. We aren't supposed to be the judges. We're supposed to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. And even our enemies. He says we are supposed to love our enemies regardless, to
That's
pray
right.
for them. You pray for them and you just
Well,
keep it
and
on.
I'll give you a perfect example. My husband and I, he after 29 years of marriage, he up and left. Okay.
Oh,
Uh, and had a cockamamie story and everything. But anyway, it was because he had met somebody else, and he had met that person on the internet.
uh,
Well, I could have very easily been like, I hate her, but it wasn't her if it wasn't he. You know what I'm saying? He did whatever he did. She did what
exactly.
she did, but she couldn't have done it without him, doing what he did.
Yeah,
So when it came down to it that my daughter was expecting a baby and that was going to be our first grandchild, I wanted my ex to experience being a grandfather. And I didn't want to be the reason that my daughter didn't have a good relationship with him, or that, he wasn't involved with the baby. Well, come to find out, the lady that he left me for, he ended up marrying her, and she had never had any children. She couldn't have children. And
yeah,
so by her marrying him, it was like now she has a stepdaughter who's my daughter. And now that the baby was coming, it was going to give her a chance to be a grandparent.
right.
So I decided, look, I have to reach out to them and I have to let them know I'm open to us co grandparenting and co parenting my daughter, but mainly co parenting my granddaughter.
Yeah,
So we go there on vacation. They come here. I send them pictures, videos. If she does a coloring page, I'll put it in a card and mail it to them. Whatever I can do to try to facilitate them having that relationship with my granddaughter, because
yeah,
it helps my daughter and my granddaughter. At first, did I particularly like having to see him and see him with her, and but she
that's
and I have
hurtful. That's
become,
painful.
like best friends, because there's things that, she's had questions about him, and being that I was his ex, I was able to help her, answer
Yeah,
those questions. So it's like I feel like I'm going to spend time with my good friend, and yeah, I'll have to see him, but it won't kill me, But then
yeah,
when I see him with my granddaughter and I see the love that they have and the relationship that they have, I'm so thankful that I didn't stay bitter and be, like, no, I'm going to make this hard. I'm going to make them have to, fight for
yeah,
holiday time and this and that,
yeah.
And I've been
Because it
like,
hurts. No, being that way don't hurt them. It hurts you.
right. And I don't want my daughter to ever look back and say, well, I missed out on all this because you wouldn't bend, and she can't do that. But I
Yeah,
get a lot out of it too. I thoroughly enjoy my granddaughter having them in her life, and vice
yeah,
versa. But a lot of people are like, I don't know how you do that. After he left you, so devastating and everything, how can you be friends with her? And it's like, but what happened to me wasn't her fault.
yeah.
She didn't,
Exactly.
it wasn't like my husband wasn't interested and she persuaded him to leave. He was looking, or he wouldn't have found her. So, you know,
Right.
but
Exactly.
there again, he'll pay for what he's done. I'm
Yeah.
not going to pay for it, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
You're not judging him. You're
no.
just
And
you're
also,
gonna.
I've never told him, look, I think it's great you left me and married somebody else, But I have told her that if I had to pick somebody for him to be with, I couldn't have picked a better person for him, in her. But I would never. It's not my place to judge either one of them or what happened.
Lisa D said Roxanne and I talked about how we pray those mean people, right, Roxanne? Oh, you pray for the mean people? I do too, actually. At night, I
Yeah.
put I put the prayers in there for people that have hurt my channel or say, bad things about me on here, um, or just have turned their backs on me. I pray for them, and I pray that God will help me to rebuild the relationships, regardless.
He will. And I think sometimes he, as much as they say he puts people in your life or brings people in your life, he also takes people out of your life that
Yeah,
maybe you can't see are holding you back or hurting you. But and you would never, like, I would have never walked away from my marriage, never.
yeah,
But maybe God knew that was what I needed to do, and so he helped facilitate that, you know. So
yeah,
I don't question anything. I've had a lot of horrible things happen in my life, but they made me who I am now, you know.
yeah,
So I wouldn't go back and change any of it. And it's like they say, you don't know how strong you are until you don't have any other choice but to be strong.
well, I can't say that I wouldn't go back and change any of it. I mean, I don't want to. It's really hard for me to talk about my growing up life, but it was really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
And bad things happened, and I saw bad things happen to the point of I left home at 12 years old.
Oh my Lord.
And I lived homeless from the age of 12 years old until I was 21 when somebody finally explained to me that I could get disability. And then that helped me to become stable and secure and safe and changed my life immensely. It
I can
was the
imagine.
best gift that person gave me. And it was a truck driver that was a very nice person out of a lot of very unnice people I met through that life. I met one I called him my angel because he took me to his little tiny studio house, let me sleep on his sofa, explained to me how to get on disability, and he changed my life. And he went back on the road, and I moved on with my life, and I never saw that gentleman again. I did go back and leave a thank you note under his door and told him how much I appreciated him and that I hoped he had an awesome life. And that was where it changed my life, was just to have that little bit of income to get a place and get off the road and get stable and
Yeah.
secure. It really made a big difference. But my growing up life was so bad that I left home at 12. The first time I tried to run away, I was 10.
Mm.
Um, that was that bad. I seen my father do things. I have memory blocks from things. I'll just
Oh,
put
I
it
have.
that.
I have a lot of blocked memories too, and it's
Yeah,
weird how you tell yourself something that's easier to handle than the truth. And after telling yourself that for so long, I think
I've
those
never done
memories,
that, but I've been through
you know,
therapists.
the memories are there because I can bring mine out
I
sometimes,
can't. They're gone.
but it's not somewhere I want to go. I'll put it that way.
Right. I when I was younger, I went to therapists, and they said that it was what had happened was so traumatic that I put memory blocks up,
Mhm.
and it's completely blocked. I don't have PTSD. Not about those things. I do have PTSD about some things from my past.
Right.
But some things were so traumatic that I can't. And I can't be hypnotized because they tried to hypnotize me to bring out stuff. And I
Yeah.
can't be hypnotized because they said I'm too analytical. I will think about every single thing they say so much that it don't work for me to be hypnotized. I tried to go to quit smoking, get hypnotized to quit smoking, and it also didn't work because, like I said, I'm so analytical that I couldn't relax and just go with it. I had to.
Right.
I would think about every single thing that the guy was saying. My mind was nonstop, So yeah. But anyway, out of gloom and gloom.
Well, don't worry about it. We talk about anything and everything, and that's one thing I always say, that sometimes the conversation will come out when you least expect it, but that's when you needed to do it. So
So
it's
how
fine.
about I play something relaxing to change that?
That sounds great.
All right, give me just a second. Oh, hold on.
You got to hear this comment when you get done. Well, you got lots of love in the chat.
Thank you. Thank you,
Lisa
everybody.
said, um, well, let me see if I can find it now. Edith said, I've got tears. Musical music, you're amazing. And,
Oh,
and Lisa D said, well, God sent you that angel to save your life, and look at you now. You're healing others with your beautiful music.
it's hashtag echo, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I just dropped my link, y'all. Please think about coming over and checking out my channel. I'm still trying to grow, so I would appreciate all the friends that I can make. And I like making friendships that go beyond YouTube. That's why I'm always suggesting if you really want to move on beyond YouTube as a friend with me, go to Facebook, friend me. That way we can chit chat and messenger
And
privately.
is it under Quiet Listener or it's under
Yeah, it's
Victoria?
exactly
Under
the same
okay.
as here. And the photo that you'll find is my dog. It's,
Okay.
let's see if I can do this. Oh, there's my little guy. So it's a photo of him.
Oh, a little Chihuahua.
Well, he's a Chorky. He's a Chihuahua Yorkie mix.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let me go to Facebook right now and see if I can find you.
Yeah, and then that way, like I said, I like building long-term friendships. I thought that I had done that a few times, and I've never figured it out. When I first meet people, it's like a honeymoon stage, and they'll talk to me almost every single day, just constantly.
Right.
And then after a while, it's every once in a while I talk
Yeah.
to them. And then it's a long time before I talk to them. And then pretty soon I'm not talking to them at all. And I am not figuring out what I'm doing wrong, because it can't always be somebody else. It's got to be something I'm doing.
That
That
is the picture of your dog has longish hair around
Yeah,
his head. Okay.
yeah, and it's kind of golden looking in that picture. He was much younger and the light was hitting him different.
Okay. Well, hopefully I just added you. Let's see if I can.
Let me go over there. I'm going to go to Facebook here, and I'm going to see. Uh, Echo Curtis. Oh,
Yes. Oh, it's okay.
Washington.
Echo,
There's probably no
stop!
weather alert.
Echo, stop!
I thought that was so funny the other night. I was like, she knows my name. I haven't even said my name.
We're now friends. No, it's my machine. It's a dot.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the first
Yeah,
part.
don't say it. There we go. All right, now we're connected on Facebook. I also have a Facebook group for my channel
Yeah.
called
Send me that.
Real Life. There's Life Happens Coffee Shop, which is for the channel Norma and I started, and then I have Living My Best Life at 60. But we both have on Facebook.
Okay, well, now that we're friends, you can just send me that link and I'll
Yeah.
join it. And see, that's the thing. I like friendships to go beyond and for years. I mean, like I said, I've got other friends that I've done that with, but I feel kind of sad because I
Okay.
haven't talked to. Well, there's two of them. One I called my sister from another mister, and her channel used to be Chatty Cathy, and we were friends for more than 5 years now, and used to talk all the time. Now I hardly ever get to talk to her. I've tried. And then my other friend Millie was RV Weekends, her and her husband James, and I used to talk to her all the time. But it's been a long time since I've talked to her too. And now I've got another friend, a Cherokee friend named Sarah, and her channel is Alley Cat's Prepared Life. She does prepping and stuff, and I still talk to her more often than any of the other two. But even her and I don't talk as much anymore as we used to. So it's just like,
Yeah, I totally get that. I have two friends that I'm very close to. One I've been friends with over 30 years. But our friendship is unlike any other friendship I've ever had. We consider each other sisters, but we're not where we have to talk to each other all the time.
yeah,
But whenever we do talk, it's like we haven't missed any time, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's
we,
how it is with
we
me and
do
my
try
friends.
to get together at least once a month, but we live maybe 30, 40 miles apart, you know, but we're both getting older and we both, you know, have medical issues, and, you know, sometimes it just makes that, you know, hard to do.
Yeah,
Uh, but
yeah,
she knows me. She's the oldest friend, you know, longest friendship I have. And she's the one person I don't have to watch what I say or how I say it. You know, she's not going to get offended if I say something flippant to her or something. You know, she'll know I'm
yeah,
just having kind of day or whatever. You know, and then
yeah.
I have a friend who lives about 40 miles the other direction from me, and she's older than I am, but she's still working. But we
Um,
met and we connected right off the bat. And I feel like I've known her my whole life, but I haven't. I've only
yeah,
probably known about 7 or 8 years. Um, but I make friends pretty easily.
I
But
do
in a
too.
way, I'm like you that I get disappointed pretty easily too, you know.
Yeah.
So that's, um,
And my husband tells me I give out too much about myself, you know, because, you know, like though I've had friends that have asked me about my past. And when it becomes a private conversation and I'm trying to build that friendship, if I'm approached with questions, I will answer them quickly and honestly. And some people, it's really hard to hear the things that I have had going on in my life. And
right.
so my husband tells me a lot of the time, you tell too much. You talk too much about things.
Hey,
And
Belt,
then a lot of the time it's like I love you, and you know people will tell me I love you, and then I love you back because they said they loved me, and so I love you back. And my husband, he's like, why do you do that? Why do you do that? You don't even tell me you love me that much. But
um, Lisa D,
Sarah, I call her my Dola, which is Cheyenne for sister. So,
okay. Lisa D, I don't know which one of these is you, because there's a whole bunch of Lisa. So,
oh,
um,
Bellevue, hello. Hello, Gary. I didn't see you
oh
until
wait,
just now.
this
Is
actually might look like you.
Um, I'm not
Well,
seeing him in the YouTube side. Only,
it's
how come I,
he's coming through Roxanne's side. That
oh,
loop,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but Lisa Davis, there's like on my Facebook at least, there's a whole bunch of Lisa Davises. Is
Let
there
me,
more information that for that I could find you?
yeah,
Because I always,
Yeah, we're co-streaming.
they're co-streaming, Gary. Let me go open a new tab. Go into YouTube. I'm gonna
Belt Loop,
open
how do I know
Roxanne.
you?
I'm gonna go to
that
Roxanne's
loop,
page.
that loop.
Oh, if
Oh,
I can
oh,
find.
quiet listener. Lisa Davis wants you to friend her on Facebook. Okay, I was trying to find her, but I don't see which one she is because
Oh,
there's a lot of them here.
okay. Well, oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me. I'm trying to look up Roxanne's page because I didn't get a
On
pop up
Facebook?
for some reason.
On Facebook, it's not Roxanne.
Or not on YouTube. I'm
Yes,
trying to
Roxanne.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
find your channel, but for some reason I didn't get a pop up, which I was hoping I would get the pop up. But let me. Can you type something, please, in the chats? Oh, it's not going to show up unless you come over here to Echoes. I was going to give Eddie.
There we go. I found you, Lisa D.
Yeah, I was gonna drop your link in Roxanne's so that Eddie can pick you up if he chooses and come over to your page.
Uh, uh, so
Or I just called Gary Eddie. Oh my God. Sorry, Gary.
Lord Caleb.
See,
No,
my that's one of my problems is my mind goes faster than, or my mouth goes faster. I don't know, but it all goes pretty fast, and so I get all jumbled.
yeah. Well, I've seen Belt Loop 29. He's friends with Cobalt. That was
And
in
he's
here earlier.
also friends with Devil Dog, which I was telling you about.
Okay. Okay.
If you go to Gary's channel, I'm sure if you go into his channels, you'll find Devil Dog there. And you probably will find Devil Dog's keeper, Jamie, who is the lady that makes the stickers I showed you. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry. I know who I'm talking to.
Roxanne, did you type all that about golf and gay pride? And
Where
I
is
can't,
that?
now she's muted too.
What? Okay. I'm a computer in. Let me go over to the. I'm going to check and make sure that. No, I don't have. Oh, I'm not. I don't have a wrench, so I can't. I was going to check and see if that really was her saying that.
Well, she said
But I
she was
don't.
having trouble with her computer earlier, that it was typing a
Somebody is
bunch of.
doing something for me, and I don't know what it is.
Um, if you'll give me a wrench, I'll go check it out. Look,
Okay. Well, you need a wrench on her channel or my channel? Probably
on
her channel.
yours. On yours. I need a
On
wrench
my.
on yours
Okay.
so that
Okay.
I can
Hold on.
tap
I don't
on
know
that
why it's
comment.
doing that. If it's someone's gotten into my computer.
Yeah, that's why I want a wrench is so I can go check
Do you want on
Okay.
mine or
Hold on.
hers?
on Echoes because I'm
Okay.
on Echoes page right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm getting there. Hold on. Um.
Do you need me to type something in
Yeah.
there? Okay.
I'm scrolling back up to find you, but I hadn't found you yet. Oh, there you are. I got you.
Oh, okay.
I was like, I know she said something earlier. Let me go
I'm
back
not
up.
quick enough.
Okay.
Okay, now let me go find that comment. Where is it?
I got another one I can put in too. I don't know who's
Okay,
putting it in.
go to channel. Let me see. Well, it
Mhm.
is showing her channel. It took me right to her channel.
Who's doing it?
I don't know because it's your channel that it took me to. So it's not somebody that has taken your channel and is like, I don't know. Maybe you have been hacked through
It
YouTube.
sounds like it because I
It says hashtag EC data where I'm a computer in feeling a Morho 5 and golf being a gay pride day era where I'm computer no, and see it's not even coherent
Mm.
yeah, I've
what's
got another one. They're typing away now. That's what they type right now.
yeah, I'm not sure unless your channel has been completely taken over and hacked.
I'm gonna have to cut my computer off. I gotta go to bed anyway. They're all asleep.
Yeah, but I wouldn't let it just go. I mean, if if you see any more problems going on, report it to YouTube that you believe
Right.
you've been hacked,
Yeah.
and so at
It
least
won't
they
even let
can check into it.
it won't even let me enter what's being typed now. All right, I'll get out and come back in. I'm gonna close my computer down.
Okay. And Gary, if you would come over and check out Echo's channel, um, that would be awesome. Now,
I,
I don't think,
I can try to drop my link.
well, she would have had to drop it in hers, and now she's shut it down. So I don't even
Oh,
believe he's going to be able to see what we're saying now because she shut hers. Let me, no, I can't. I can't do anything through the StreamYard side, so.
oh, now we got somebody in the back.
Who is it?
WWE SRV 2008.
I don't know that person,
I don't
so
either.
I
I'm not.
wouldn't take the chance. I mean, I'm sorry to the person, whoever is in there, but yeah, if they're in your basement, don't risk it.
Oh. Yeah, let me take care of him. He actually is one
Before
of the
you,
people.
before, can I
I
suggest?
oh, I was gonna say I verified him,
Okay,
and
but what I was gonna say is I was gonna tell you you might want to report him if he's a bad guy. I would say report him.
well, I
Maybe.
don't know that he's a bad guy. He's trolled me before, and I was actually kind of waiting for him to come back in to see if I could figure out who he was. But now I know that what I should have
I
done is
don't know, Lisa. This is
before
what we were talking about earlier about bad people. And all we can do is pray for those people that are doing things like this. And I hope it's not somebody followed me over and not liking what I'm saying. So,
no, that guy, he was here a few weeks back, so he's not anything to do with you. Um, but the people
now,
on Roxanne's thing, that's weird. But
who
now
was it that was wanting me to friend them on Facebook?
Lisa
Echo.
Davis,
Who?
Lisa D.
Okay, let me go over there. Uh, okay, I see. Confirm. I just confirmed it, Lisa. You should be seeing that I confirmed it. So, and I'm gonna warn you. I don't normally go to Facebook. I go. The only time I go to Facebook is first thing in the morning. I go there. I
Sorry,
check.
I'm not sure about that.
Echo, stop. I go there and I check my notifications and I like on people's posts and stuff. But the main reason I have Facebook is for the messenger part, so that it's easier to communicate with people. And if I want to video chat with them, it's more one on one. And to me, I communicate easier that way by face chatting.
Okay,
Um,
and I sent you a link, and quiet listener a link to that Facebook group to Living My Best Life at 60, and then I'll send you the ones for Real Life Happens too.
okay.
Hopefully,
There it is. Join. I just joined.
it's just I just put recipes and uplifting quotes, and sometimes I share videos from my channel or
Well, that's
whatever.
awesome. Is it okay if I see one that I like a lot, I can share it?
Yes.
Okay.
Share, comment, whatever. It's just an extension of, because I found there's a lot of people that don't do YouTube that do Facebook and vice versa. So
Yeah.
just to kind of and mostly I started the Life at 60 from a lot of my people I went to high school with that are in my we're in my graduating class. Okay, now let's see if I can find you again.
All right.
There you are. Okay. Yeah, who Roxanne has access to your computer?
Nobody but me.
That friend of yours that was helping you set up Nightbot and stuff, he doesn't have control?
Not on, no, because he's not in here. I hadn't talked to him in about a
Oh,
month.
yeah, and that's separate, Echo. It's separate from. Okay, if she was doing it through the StreamYard, she only give him the code through the StreamYard. And unless she did it like I
I
did
did
it
it
with
through
Eddie,
the team thing.
and I got the Team Viewer, which is
Yeah.
control. Ooh, well, I think
No,
every time they log out, though, once you close that Team Viewer and they've logged out, they're going to need a new code and a new password each time.
right.
So they can't get in there without that. It
So I,
sounds to me like she might have been hacked. And
if it
these
happens again, I'll
things,
let y'all know. So
Yeah.
it's not doing
that's
it.
what blows me away is there's
Let me try stream it again. That's when it started happening.
the thing is these people are so smart and so knowledgeable computer wise. They could really get awesome jobs doing
Yeah.
it. And so get off the computer, quit doing this to people and being bad guys, and go get a really awesome job and make big money. That,
That-
that's my opinion.
Yeah, it might have been one of those guys that came in because I didn't know who they were.
Well, remember when I got trolled way back when, a few weeks ago, Roxanne?
Yeah.
That was one of the people that had come in the next couple of days after that.
Uh huh.
Uh, and he even subscribed to my channel. And I thought I had him blocked, but you can still come in the back door even if you're blocked.
Yeah, I've known other people that these. That's what I'm saying. These
Yeah.
people are
So
so
and
knowledgeable.
he came in under a different his name was different this time, but when I did the three dots and it says verified by YouTube, that
Uh,
name that came up there is the same name as the other is, that I knew of him. So now he's in my block list under both names, but I blocked him now from the studio, so he can't come back either way.
well, and I gotta get off of here because it is my bedtime. I gotta get up
Oh,
early.
it is getting late.
Um,
Roxanne and I do this every time we get on, or we're talking in private even, and it's like I have to go to bed because I have to get up at 5 a.m. and we'll be like, okay, we got to get off here, and then another hour will go by, and we're like, okay, we really got to get off here.
yeah, I don't gotta get up at 5 a.m. But yeah, I'm not good with little sleep, so I do gotta go to sleep early because I lay there and toss and turn a lot. So I gotta get off here and go to bed. Tomorrow night is my live. It's 7 Pacific time.
Okay, which
So
what are you 3 hours
it
behind me
is.
right now? It's
It
ten
is. Let
forty
me see what
one.
time. It's 7:41. Yeah, here right now.
Okay, because I go live at 7 o'clock, but mine will be done, and then I'll come over to yours.
Okay. Eat. You see what I'm eating right before bed?
Organic licorice. Oh, I love licorice. I've never
I
had
love
organic.
black licorice. Most people don't like the black, but I do.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
Well,
love you all. Thank
all
you.
right. We'll
Have
talk to
fun.
you soon.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye bye. All
I
right,
hope
Roxanne, you fell
I'm gonna.
down, went boom.
Yeah, I know. I had to reset up everything and it kicked me out.
Uh,
So we're gonna see if anything
yeah,
happens.
Edith, you have to have a test or you have to have surgery. I'm hoping it's just a test. I hope I sleep tonight. I hope I don't go to sleep and wake back up in the middle of the night again.
Yep. I gotta go to bed because my grandson's in the bed, my daughter's in the bed, my son-in-law's in the bed.
All right. Say good night.
I know.
We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, I should, but I want to see if this happens again. I don't know what was going on.
Oh, I don't know either. That's
It
the
was
weirdest thing.
it wouldn't let me.
Oh, you have to get a treatment of radiation. That's right. I forgot. Miss Edith has cancer. Hey, Mama, four
Hey,
boys.
hey, Mom.
I don't know why we're whispering. It's not like they can hear us.
No. Anyway, yep. I gotta go to bed before my daughter says something. I just want to see. We had a hacker come in on my side for some strange reason, Mom. We don't know what was going on. My computer was just typing away. I had my arm up where on the roller bar of my laptop, but that would have made it type, not
No.
not full sentences.
And it was typing crazy too.
Yeah, I had more crazy. It just kept going, and I kept hitting enter, enter, enter. And it wasn't doing it.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah,
Weird, weird, weird.
yeah. Uh, we're doing good. So we got a shopping tomorrow. Got to buy him a mouse for his
Oh, okay.
for his birthday present.
Oh, okay.
If I
Cool.
talk loud, he might wake up.
I bet he didn't want to go to bed with you there, did he?
And not really. He said, I said, what time do you have to go to bed? He said, 30 minutes. I said, well, that's 8 o'clock. And we're sitting here, and he's playing his game, listening to Granny watch her play Minecraft. And he said, I said, what time did you say you had to go to bed? 30 minutes. I said, well, 30 minutes was 40 minutes ago. He said, oh. Yeah. We went to the candy. This is my favorite candy store. If anybody ever goes to Daytona, you go here. Can you see it?
um,
Angels
and Phelps.
yeah,
Philip
Phelps. And I told him he could pick out one big thing and 9 little things. Well, he did sort of that, He said, but I want some of these up here. Does that mean 9 little pieces of candy? I said, no, you can get you 1 box of candy. And, and we'll add that as 1 because it's 1 box. He says, oh, that's even better. He's smart.
Yeah.
But he goes up there and he says, I want, he read the words. He's only in kindergarten. He said, I want the lemon one, whatever it's called, lemon truffle. And he said, I want the chocolate truffle. And he was reading those words. And I said, you're pretty smart for kindergarten.
Yeah.
He's on a 3rd grade level, they said.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, do they make the candy there, or they just sell a lot of candy?
No, they make it there.
Yeah.
All
Oh.
homemade. I'll show you something else. This is some of my favorite stuff is in this bag. I'm not sponsored, YouTube, but I like it. Now, you know how you buy Whoppers?
Yeah.
I think they're awful tasted. These are the best malted milk balls ever.
Dark chocolate. Oh yeah, I love dark chocolate.
And what else did I buy today? All right.
Yeah, she's a proud granny.
This is a regular milk chocolate, but it's a turtle. I can't even. Is it a turtle?
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's hard to see it because I'm not holding it right. Then they got good white chocolate.
Oh yeah. I like dark chocolate, but I like white chocolate too. I love white chocolate almond bark. That's like the to die for.
And these are graham crackers.
Dark chocolate graham crackers. Ooh.
Well, I love those. And we were coming out of the store, and this gentleman says, I bought this candy. He had 2 of these in his hand. He said, I bought them for the gentleman standing on the corner there. He's homeless, and I was going to give him something to eat, and these are probably better for you than just plain chocolate. I said, yeah, because you get a graham cracker with it. But he said he's gone, so he handed it to me and said, give this to your grandson, because he heard us talking in there. So we gave him to Clint. I thought I bought another one, but I don't see it.
Either
They
says I'm milk chocolate only and mixed black cherries. Yum. Oh, that would be great. And Lisa D said, oh, all my favorites. Yeah, you're making us hungry.
Yeah, I should have bought. I don't
Hey,
see it.
Matthew 11.
Oh well, I don't see what it. I thought I bought one, but I didn't. They had seashells that were dark and white chocolate mixed together, swirl. And I
Oh,
bought
rock candy.
rock candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I thought I had a seashell, but I don't see the seashell. I must have put it back. Some of them were not. The turtles were 99 cents compared to others more.
Yeah.
All right. It looks like my problem's fixed, unless I type something in the background. So I might have to go and delete my history tonight.
Yeah.
But I
would
think
do
that guy that came in, Lord somebody and
Yeah.
Belt Loop. Do you know Belt Loop?
Yeah. I don't know him, but I've seen him around it. And Quiet Listener said she knew him from several channels. But the other one, the Lord whatever, I never heard of him before.
Okay. All right. Is he still here or is he gone? Because
I don't know.
I don't know if we can block him or not, but that's probably who was doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another one. Edith Coper. Is that
Edith is
okay? She's fine.
yeah. Is it Cooper? Edith Cooper, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copper.
Yeah. Copper. Yeah.
And then
She
Vicky Ellen.
stayed up with me all night last night.
Yeah, I woke up this morning and I looked and I said, "You got up at 3:30 in the morning."
Couldn't sleep. I don't know what it was.
Right.
Did you see the short I made though about us going to Florida?
Yes, I did. I said she was bored last night.
Yeah.
So yes, 11 o'clock almost.
Yeah.
And he's got school tomorrow, but he's asleep in his bed. Well, I'm actually in his bed. They put his bed in the other room. They cleaned it up. Bought a big old tent thing to put her mushrooms in because they grow in the dark. And gave me the twin bed. And when they leave, they just put it back in his room.
Okay.
He's on a blow up mattress.
Oh, okay.
But I may ask them if they want me to buy them a twin bed for this room, so she can still have her mushroom area and a little bed for Granny. Because I don't need a big bed,
Yeah, that's true.
His mattress is just not as soft as I would like. No.
Oh, goodness.
Let's not do anything now.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and close this one out. Thank y'all for coming. I enjoyed it. And I will see you all maybe tomorrow night for Cinco de Mayo.
We'll see.
We'll
What we're
see.
doing tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Good night, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and hit the button. It'll take it a minute.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for